What's going on, y'all? It's Monty back with another Mondays with Monty. Um, you could probably hear it in my voice that I'm still a little sick, still trying to get over this sickness. But I don't want to be yapping today as I normally do before I get into the topic. I actually wanted to talk about this whole Travis Hunter situation, but I don't want to talk about it in the sense of like what's going on with them. I want to take it from a more general sense, a more broad sense, because we've all been well, as men, because I know a lot of the demographic that watches my content is mostly men. But as men, we've all been through what Travis Hunter has been through. Maybe not to this extent, but in some sense, we've had that person, we've had that relationship that we thought was like the last one we were ever gonna have. We thought we would spend the rest of our lives with this person, yada yada yada. Because we see, like, you see the memes about it all the time. Everyone gets into this relationship where they feel as if, oh, this is my person, like I found the one. And then life happens. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to. And that happens to all of us. And I feel like we all have to go through with it. I try to make this as, I guess you could say, as unisex of a message as I can. But I know that most of the people who watch my stuff are men, and I'm a man, so I'm speaking from a man's perspective. But you could also look at this both ways, because there's women who thought they were going to marry the guy that they're talking to, and then that didn't work out. But for guys, like I said, I'm speaking from the guy's perspective. I feel like it's so crucial to have that one person who you think will be your person and have it not work out. I'm not saying it's a must have. I'm not saying it must happen in your life, because a lot of people, they get lucky and that it doesn't happen. They never have to go through that because they find someone who really wants to stick with them. But I think the lesson that we always can learn from these moments, nothing is ever certain and nothing will ever be certain. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even tomorrow was promised. We're not even sure we're going to wake up tomorrow. This could be your last day on this planet. You could meet someone, you could be having a great relationship, but it could all come crashing down in a second. And I don't want that to be something that's going to scare anyone, because you know how people, they get hurt by one person and they start like, oh, I'm never going to love someone like that again. Like, I'm never going to show those type of feelings again. And that's bad. That's not good, because if you never show those feelings again, you'll never have a connection like you did again. Like, it's you're working negatively in your favor. You're working negatively for both parties, actually, because you're not showing that person the love that they deserve, and you're also not going to be receiving the love you probably would get had you been showing that type of affection and care towards the other person. But you get out what you put into it. People feel more inclined to show you love when you're showing them love. If you're not showing someone love, why are they going to overextend for you? And why are they going to be, you know, that thing that you need, to keep you going, to keep you motivated? Why would they continuously show that if you're not giving them back what they're giving to you? So I don't want anyone to ever get heartbroken or ever lose someone in their life and be like, all right, that's it. I'm never putting myself out there again, because you're only hurting yourself. It's a negative for you. It's not going to work out for you. And I felt really connected to this topic because I recently went through that. I had someone who I thought was going to be my forever. I had someone who I thought would always be there, and that nothing would separate us, nothing would ever happen to it. And like I said in the beginning, life got in the way. Life got in the way, and there's nothing I can do about that. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I learned from that was that if someone wants to leave your life, or if someone is showing that they don't care about you as much as they say they do, let them leave or get out of there. Simple as that. Simple as that. I know there's so much like attachment that we have, especially if we've invested so much. But if someone is continuously showing you or even telling you that they don't want to be in your life, let them go. It's not worth it, And I'm speaking from my perspective in that situation. Obviously, people will have different messages that they learn throughout whatever experience they've been through. But what I want to tell you is that if someone wants to leave your life, or they're showing you that they don't necessarily care for you, let them go. Let them go. You know what? Let them go and keep pushing and keep pushing. And it will hurt. It will definitely hurt because it always hurts. But that's life. We got to go through pain if we want to feel love. And circling back to what I said, even if we do have that moment where we realize, like, damn, that person didn't, so and so didn't care about me, yada yada yada. All right, I guess I'm not gonna care about anyone else. No, that's not how this should work. It's not. Keep giving your all to everyone, but understand that you could get a negative outcome. Understand that there are gonna be bad people. There are gonna be people who don't, reciprocate, but still be you. Don't change yourself because of what other people have done to you. And it's why I hate the whole. I mean, I feel like it's starting to die down at least a little bit with this whole Future mantra. You know how, like, whatever Future, whatever the message is that Future portrays in his songs, a lot of people started to buy in it, like, oh, treat her like garbage, yada yada yada. It's ridiculous. A lot of it also comes down to the responsibility of you picking the right person. I also feel as if men sometimes, I mean, also women, we don't take enough time to understand who we're actually getting involved with. We don't take enough time to actually understand who we are. Because as humans, we're all selfish. You know what I mean? We're all worried about ourselves at the end of the day. So it's not necessarily something that is wrong with us. It's just our nature. We're more worried about ourselves than we are as other people. But when you're meeting someone, you want to be a little more worried about them than yourself, because you want to know who you're giving your time to and who you're actually getting involved with. That's why so many people get blindsided, because they're like, whoa, I never saw this coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you paid more attention, you will always, always see it coming. Always. So just start taking more of that time. I know I've talked about a lot of different things today, but I feel like I've gotten a lot of good things out. You know what I mean? But I'll circle back to what I was talking about in the beginning about Travis Hunter. Like, this is just the moment that he's going through. And obviously we may not know everything. We're just people on the internet who are scouring through information. Well, I don't want to say weird because I'm not doing that shit. But those are just people scouring through information, finding stuff. They don't know all the facts, but I mean, I don't know. But if this is his moment, let him go through it. He'll learn. It's crazy to say, but he's younger than me. Like, I'm thinking, like, damn, he's what, 21, 22? Like, I got 2 years on him. And even though it's only 2 years, like, that's still some more knowledge, you know what I mean? So he'll learn, he'll understand it. He'll get to a point where he understands a lot better. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Happy Monday.
And I can't understand, but shit, I have to. I thought we was forever, like a tattoo. Don't even know what's going through your head now. You wouldn't even tell me if I asked you. I thought I had it all, but shit, I lost it. But I'm thankful for the time these lessons cost it. And I've been working on myself and trying to keep up with this drive. But if I'm honest, boy, I really feel exhausted.